Hi, I'm Debbie Cutulle, one of the sand sculptors from Revere, Massachusetts. I am here carving David Ortiz in my yard. He's been up for a few months and he's hung tough in there for a little bit. I'm looking forward to seeing the condition he's in right now. So if you'd like to come my way, I'll take you into my yard and show you David Ortiz in the sand. Come this way. Big Poppy. There he is. He's doing all right. He has a little bit of rain damage here and there off to the side. You know, you can see the pivots in his shirt, but doing a little touch-up early this morning just to kind of perk him up a little bit. You can see a little bit with the rain here where that blew off, the cover blew off a little bit, but otherwise it's hung in there for a few months. I mean, for a few weeks, that is. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to breaking him down, to do something new, trying to move forward a little bit further into the sand sculpting industry, trying to break away from logos and maybe get into a competition pile eventually. I'm getting there a little bit at a time. From here, I want to go to a piece that will allow me to work with forms. That's very important to me, to get into the forms. So I know that when I hop into the competition ring, I can, you know, get those forms on and off and get the work created in the time that is allotted to do a really beautiful piece, which is usually around 21 hours. And his portrait took me 16 hours in itself. So depending on the subject matter that I choose, it might make the difference if I choose something a little easier than a portrait, which is one of the more difficult things they tell me to do in the sand. So I think if I can, I wanted to start out with one of the more difficult things in the sand. So I decided to do a portrait, which is what I do well on paper. So I took it to the sand to see how I would do. So I tackled the toughest first, and next thing I hope I'll do a little bit easier for myself to achieve. I broke into the sand sculpting industry, I think it was the very first year in Revere. I have been with Revere ever since, I think with the exception of 1 year. Someone found out that I was a illustrator. That's what I do for a living. So taking my illustration to the sand, I started carving logos. Was pretty good at it and pretty natural at it, and it seems to be the niche I have developed for myself within the sand community for the past 7 years or so. I love it, don't get me wrong. I love doing logos, and I'm pretty good at that, but I want to carve more, and that's what my goals here are in my yard. In my 12 by 12 sandbox, I used to have a 6 by 6, which wasn't enough. So I had to grow already up into a 12 by 12. I have 10 tons of sand here, and looking forward to playing with it more and more. 10 tons is what they use in competition, which is why I ordered 10 tons of sands to be delivered here. Funny thing is, you know, if I should ever get in the competition ring, I have, which I will not share with you, but I do know the concept that I would like to do my first time in the competition ring. However, my next project here in my yard, I think what I will do is tackle something a little bit easier, something that I can maybe bang out very quickly, that just where I can work with the techniques and how to move the sand, the things that I've learned along the way that I can produce quickly. So that will be my next project. I will be working on something very soon once I break down David Ortiz, and then I am actually what I'll be doing for myself is preparing from here. I go to Treasure Island, which is in November. Looking forward to that. And then hopefully, you know, with every event that I do, I learn something new. So when I leave to come home from Treasure Island, hopefully I will have learned even more from these master sculptors that are incredible. And who knows? Who knows when my next turn will be when my turn will be in the sand. But with every endeavor that I do here and going away, maybe it'll be sooner than I think. We'll see. All right, well, thank you very much, and I will look forward to seeing you next year at the 2013 Revere Sand Sculpting Competition.